The last property that we're going to talk about is the power property of logarithms. And I did have a slight mistake on my notes, so I want you to go ahead and pause the video and I want you to correct your note for your power property. I had forgotten the exponent of n here. So take a look, I forgot this n right here, so go ahead and correct that in your notes. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at how we're going to use the power property. If you are taking the logarithm of something being raised to a power, you can take that power and move it in front of your logarithm like I did here, and it becomes a multiplication. So let's take a look at how we would use that. Here we have log base 2 of x squared. We notice that we have an exponent inside of our logarithm. We're going to move that exponent to the front of our logarithm, and it now becomes multiplied by our logarithm. And there you go. That's how you use your power property. Now I want you to be careful here, because in this case it doesn't look like we have a power, but we learned in chapter 6 that the square root of a variable or a number is actually an exponent. It is the exponent of 1/2. So we do have an exponent in this example. So let's take our 1/2 and move it to the front of our logarithm as a multiplication. And now here is the answer to this. That's how you use the power property in a problem like this. Now let's go ahead and take logarithms that have multipliers in front of them, and let's convert them back into exponents. So for instance, we're multiplying this logarithm by 1/3. We're going to go ahead and take this and go backwards and use it as an exponent. So the log of x to the 1/3. And I'm actually going to go ahead and do one step further. I know that the exponent of 1/3 is a cube root, so I'm going to go ahead and convert that to a cube root. So let's go ahead and do the same thing here. We have a multiplier of 4, and we're just going to go ahead and take this 4 and we're going to move it back into an exponent. So we get the log base 3 of y to the 4th power. And that's how you use your power property of logarithms.